Well, here's a story about you got to be careful who you blame in the early hours after an incident happens. So we know that yesterday an Afghan refugee that had claimed asylum and asked for us to protect him carried out a shooting yesterday near the White House. Shot two people, and at least one of them is not looking good. Like it's they're probably not going to make it. The alleged shooter's name is Ramanula Lackawanni, and he allegedly shot two West Virginia National Guard soldiers just 800 yards away from the White House Wednesday. Fingerprints matched him after he fled the Taliban takeover of Afghanistan. Now, listen, this overlapped two different presidencies. This has elements of Biden, but unfortunately, it has elements of Trump too. He applied for asylum in 2024, so just last year, and he was approved by Trump's Department of Homeland Security in April of this year. The Biden administration initially allowed Lackawanni into the U.S. September 2021 as a refugee under Operation Allies Welcome. Allies. He was brought in as if he was an ally. A White House official told this news agency that Lackawanni would not have been removed from the country because of his parole status. The Afghan national was paroled into the U.S. by the Biden administration, the White House official said. After that, Joe Biden signed into law the parole program that entered into the 2023 Ahmed Court settlement, which bound USCIS to adjudicate his asylum claim on an expedited basis. So, regardless of his asylum status, he would not have been removed due to his parole status granted by Joe Biden. So there's like this loophole thing going on, right? And the Trump administration does regularly defy orders and prior congressional statutes, but this guy slipped through. The suspect drove across the country from his home in Bellingham, Washington State, where he lived with his wife and five children near the Canadian border. Sarah Beckstorm and Andrew Wolf remain in critical condition after undergoing surgery. The soldiers were shot by a .357 Smith & Wesson revolver. Donald Trump last night, in an address to the nation, basically blamed Joe Biden and called for a review of every single alien from Afghanistan that's ever entered this country. And CIA Director John Ratcliffe revealed that Lackawanni had direct links to the intelligence agency from his work alongside U.S. Special Forces in Afghanistan, where he served as an elite commander. It's common that we brought people over that helped us in that situation over there, right? They were recruited basically by the CIA to be an agent, but apparently sometimes they're double agents. That happens. The lesson here is there's blame on both sides. We got National Guards people under critical condition. We got some people on the left that aren't exactly upset about this. They're I've seen some videos where they're saying, well, this is what happens, and I don't agree with that. I think it's terrible that they're saying that, but I wanted to point it out that while there's blame for this botched Afghan situation and the really complicated court legal situations that were set up for asylum and adjudicating all this stuff to where they just end up being able to be citizens that are over here and they were CIA assets, and I guess we're just supposed to say that we just completely trust them, right? Trust them enough where they take a gun and come after us. His ID card identifies him as a commander in Unit 1, which was an elite force within the former Afghan government's National Directorate of Security. The Homeland Security Office responsible for reviewing asylum applications in the U.S. for Citizenship and Immigration Services has not responded. But hours after the shooting, they announced that they were indefinitely suspending immigration requests relating to Afghan nationals pending further review of security and vetting protocols. So it appears that days before the shooting, a bombshell memo signed by the director of the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, Joseph Edlow, said the Trump administration plans to initiate a comprehensive review and re-interview of refugees admitted under Biden. And then this happens. He was flown in by the Biden administration in September 21 on those infamous flights that everyone was talking about, and basically Trump is trying to act like this is all Biden. But guess what? It's not. It has overlap with him. And maybe this is a wake up call for him. We do need to take a look at all these people. Are they really allies? Are they really friends of ours? Or are they double agents?